Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the fourth quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're down 7. You have possession on your own 45-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's 3rd down. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28. He's back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back to throw. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to power it home with a fullback Bohannon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now Dawson for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Thielen. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He gets it to Sims, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught at the 10. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello, and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the 4th quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're down 2 scores, but you're in the red zone. 1st and 10. And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's...
And this is out for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like... Yeah, you know,
doesn't
you
feel right.
Exactly.
So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. That's complete to the fullback, James Devlin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. This offense on the move early. This is 1st and 10 at the 37. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Mike Top. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute journey so far. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They stay on the ground with White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they take a knee. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they will take a knee here. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Jeremy Curley. Okay, so you won't be going undefeated against this challenge, but hey, the good news, losses don't count against you. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard. And he's going to go down. Just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Opting to run again here with White. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Now the defense will burn their third. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So after the incompletion, first now 2nd and 10. They fake the give, now Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, normally on a 3rd down play, I'm not a huge proponent of
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deion Sims there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little sting, but a touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now out come the Patriots. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
Wait, 20. Stop your whining.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction. As they come up now, 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. All right, not the result that you were hoping for. Don't sweat it, though. You can read. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes going to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Mahomes to throw once more. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They keep it on the ground. White again.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let him know.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Patriots.
And they will take a knee here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now Mahomes throws left side, and he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On 2nd down now, it's White. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's White. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the timeout. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watch the eye.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no. Or they slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Lawrence Guy coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Back to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Hey, Ripley. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man is Anderson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So and the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sacks. 2nd and 19. Mahomes now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to... And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away. And incomplete. The veteran. And now the offense getting set. 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They'll keep it on the ground. White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
1st down, here's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they take a knee.
Two times. 40.
And they will take a knee here. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10.
Nice, sweetheart. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check.
Hey, 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Vincent Ray, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's White. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. 3rd and final timeout. Brady gives this to White, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, unfortunately, no win on this attempt, but you can select replay. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
On second down now, it's White. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now a second timeout called for by the defense.
Hey, 29, Alpha. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Regular.
They'll keep it on the ground. White, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together.
And that's caught inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on the drive. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Just a 3-point game as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. White, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Brady going to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
The game just keeps...
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. Going for it on. Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the... And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson, 26 yards. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to... And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they... And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. So following the failed try on 4th down, the offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the... And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it is incomplete. So following the failed try. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So following the... They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now here's Mahomes, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. So following the failed try on fourth down, we'll change ends and change possession. You are watching. And the offense needs a conversion here. Fourth down. Back to throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Guys, man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 26 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
End.
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, here's Williams. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
All right, Coach, we start this challenge in the fourth quarter, and only 1 minute is left on the clock. You trail by a touchdown. You've got the ball on your own 15-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now in desperation, it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
All right, Coach, thanks as always. We pick up this challenge in the fourth quarter with over 3 minutes left in the game. We've got a tie ball game, 17 points apiece. You've got the ball on your side of the field, 2nd and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And got his man complete. The 20. 10, 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Carr and the Raiders now down 23-17. A minute 54 on the clock. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target. And now it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Crowell. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. Brady to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. A little dump off for Crowell. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be on. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 1st down, Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the counter, it's Crowell. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Not quite enough that time. Maybe just try a lower start difficulty if you can and select replay challenge and give it another go. The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Big play there for New England. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Let's go.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha. Rip.
Again, they run with Sims. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The quick slant caught. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. 54. Watch 54. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, ball 66.
Here's Sims on the run. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's put that team on the hunt.
They'll run it again with Sims. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Dawson's kick is up and through. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, will jump into this challenge in the fourth quarter with over 5 minutes left in regulation. It's all tied up at 20. You're backed up near your own goal line as we get set here, 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to air one out for it. He's got a man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Thanks, Coach. This challenge begins in the fourth quarter with less than 1 minute remaining. You're down a field goal. You've got the ball all the way down to your opponent's 15, and it's 2nd and 2. And now the offense getting ready on 2nd down. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown! And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Hey everybody, welcome. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
All right, thanks, Coach. We pick up this challenge in the first quarter with 5 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You've got possession in your own territory as we get set here, 2nd and 10. Six-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. This challenge begins in the 4th quarter with less than 1 minute remaining. You're trailing by 4. You've got the ball on your side of the field. 1st and 10. Now a desperate, and this will be caught at the 30. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
And that'll just about do it for us in this one.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Coach, this challenge begins in quarter number 4 with less than 4 minutes showing on the clock. You're only down 3 points. You've got possession in your own territory as we get set here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes breaks a tackle. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The big Tank carried him with a sack. On play action, it's Mahomes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Sims. He's got it. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They go play fake. Mahomes. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Evan Ingram, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we get that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. Earl Mitchell gets him down there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now it's Curley. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man here, Sims complete. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. He sets to fire, and that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go,
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensive.
And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
This is Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Graham slotted out to the left.
We got it. Now, Liz. Under coach.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence. because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Tavon Young in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush.
And this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robbie Anderson, 70 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. Second and 5 now. Rodgers, a dump underneath to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Steelers 7, Packers nothing.
Come to my work.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. Only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Touchdown, Packers! Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when it...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz. Him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that really hurt play.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check hot route.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 23 yards on the play. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And that's complete to Adams. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison there to make the grab. And the Packers take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Evan Ingram, as the first half is winding down, as an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
It's caught here by Adams. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25. Up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about it.
That's caught at the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Now a first down carry by Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On first down, Jones. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it with Jones. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 24, Rodgers, and Graham's got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Now a play fake, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one.
It got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 49 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdowns. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 12. 2:11 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Looking for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Robbie Anderson, 29 yards. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. One lap here for.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one, 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. This offense, he hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tremont Williams. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All through.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to air one, and that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.